So my first name isn't actually my first name.
What? Hey everyone, so welcome to our very new series, Boba With Board. In this series, we're going to be sitting down with each PCN board member, get to know them, and sip some boba. While doing so, my name's Derek, and I am one of your archives coordinators.
And I'm Zach, I am your other archives coordinator. So today, joining us on our first episode of Boba With Board, we have Miss Patricia. She is one of our fundraising chairs this year, and this is actually her third year being a part of Long Beach PCN. So Patricia, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Just got off work.
Ooh. Oh, where do you work?
The bookstore.
Ooh, okay. So
How long have you been working there?
It's been like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, but you still got the hookups, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got lots of Cantrons.
Is this-
Gotcha.
So you've been a part, this is going to be your third PCN here at
Yes.
Long Beach, correct? I just kind of want you to take us back into your first PCN. Can you tell us what it was like for you? How did you feel about it?
Yeah, so my first PCN, I definitely did not know like what I was doing at all. I only did PCN because of my kuya, Marcus, who was regional coord at the time. And since he was on board, he was like, oh, Auding, do my suite, do PCN. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then I remember after going to like the info night or whatever, I was like, wait, I kind of like want to do other ones too, you know? So yeah, I ended up doing 3 dances. I did 2 in regional and then I danced rural. And yeah, it was really fun. And then I know after my first PCN, I was like I definitely want to do something with it after this. So
Awesome.
yeah.
So you mentioned rural, so you're actually the rural coord for last year. Am I correct? So
yeah.
just talk to me about how being rural coord is. How was it for you?
That was so fun. I don't know, like being able to like share like or teach other people about our culture and like show them like the dances and stuff and seeing everyone like have fun and just like seeing your vision come to life on stage, like from how you planned it in the beginning. It was really cool.
Yeah, and like not only that, it's also not just like seeing your vision coming to life, but also just seeing your dancers come to life, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
After seeing everyone spend more time with each other as like the season went on, you definitely get to see like bonds being made with everyone, and like people are making their first, or if it's like their first PCN, they're making like their first memories with like having practice and doing everything.
Yeah, so you have been on PCN board already. This is your second year on PCN board.
Yes.
And so this position is actually a little bit different from what you had done in the past. Mm-hmm. So I'm just curious, like what made you decide to make the switch from like wanting to be a suite coord after your first year on PCN board to wanting to do something that's a little bit more behind the scenes?
Well, after last year's PCN, I knew that I still wanted to be on board, but like I also knew that I didn't want to be a suite coord again because I was like, I feel like for me that was just like a one-time thing, and I was like, I want to know what it feels like to have a position that's more like on the inside and like behind the scenes, and not really like the show part of it, you know?
Honestly, like you and your co have been doing some amazing stuff just so far. Like we've only been a part of this board for like 2 months, and we've already had like a couple of really successful fundraisers. So really, really, really great job.
Very nice. So transitioning to just about yourself, what's one thing that not many people would know about you upon like meeting you the first time or just knowing you for like a couple days?
So my first name isn't actually my first name.
What?
So it's like, okay, you know, Filipinos with like multiple names as their first name. Yeah, so Patricia is actually the second part of my first name, which I have 3 names for my first name.
No way.
Wait,
Really?
what? I thought you only had 2.
No, it's 3.
Oh wait, so what is it?
So my full first name is Maria Patricia Angela.
Oh.
Patricia Angela.
Yeah, and then my middle name is C-Cat, and then De Leon.
Wow.
At any point, did you actually like kind of forget that your real first name was Maria?
Definitely when I was like growing up and stuff, like I would see like papers, like actual like documents like from my mom and stuff, and I was like, what? Like I remember just seeing like my birth certificate for the first time when I was like a little bit older, and I was like, wait, my life is a lie.
What's one talent that you have that not a lot of people know? Or do you have a list of talents they can just say you have?
Do I even have talents?
You have a talent.
Okay, I used to know how to play the piano, like growing up. I think I started in like 3rd grade playing piano, and then I kind of stopped in middle school, and then I picked it back up in high school because I took it as a class. But yeah, I'm like somewhat proficient in playing the piano.
There you go. That's a great talent.
Awesome. So speaking of talents and skills and talents, we want to put your skills to the test with this next segment, which is going to be some rapid fire style questions for you. So we're going to give you a list of 10 questions, and you're just going to need to answer as quickly as possible.
Are you ready, Pat?
Okay.
Are you ready?
All right, let's go.
I count that code.
And 3, 2, 1.
What's one word to describe yourself?
Fun.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Cookies and cream.
Favorite sweet you dance for?
Rural.
If you could ask God one question, what would it be?
Wait, why do I go by Patricia?
Alright, what's your favorite season of the year?
Fall.
Favorite celebrity crush?
Ashton Irwin.
Say a word in Spanish.
Okay.
5 plus 8?
13.
Tacos or sushi?
Sushi.
Fill in the blank. Archives is?
Lit.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. That's something that talent you could put on your resume.
Yeah,
All right.
that last answer was the most correct one out of all.
I got y'all.
So before we go ahead and end it off, I have one last question for you. What does PCN mean to you?
Like PCN definitely is how like I think I found like a home in PAC. Just like me finding like the bonds with everyone, and like how I made connections and stuff during my first PCN, and how it drove me to be inspired to like do board and then lead a suite of my own dancers, and then potentially might have inspired them to do board as well for this year. Like I think it's so cool how it like brings like everyone together. We're all like learning about our culture like each year and doing something different maybe, and yeah, I love it.
That is a great answer.
Makes me want to cry.
All right, well, Pat, thank you so much for coming to our show,
Thanks,
for being
guys.
our first guest. And yeah.
So that's all the time that we have for today's episode of Boba with Board. So be on the lookout. We have a full roster. We have a full roster of PCN board members that we are going to be introducing you all to. So be on the lookout for videos in the days and weeks to come.
And we will see you in the next one.